y'all don't be knowing the half. When I say stuff like this, y'all get real offended. But this is nothing but cold, hard facts that your mammy didn't teach you.
Okay, what the fuck is up with the motherfucking business is Cold Hard Facts Podcast, episode 161. I am DNA, the only one, the one and only. I am joined by co-host.
There's like 3 other people. I don't know why you keep saying he's the one and only. It's like 5 other people I know.
There's 5 other people, but I'm the only one that's definitely not average. That's what DNA stands for my DNA. So I don't think anybody else. So I don't think anybody else got the one and only, the only one in their name that's also named DNA. Like,
I don't know why you just wouldn't feel for that. I don't know why you do it. You do it to himself.
Like,
you did it to yourself. You did not. You just entertain me so much.
But of course,
see how you wait. He's just gonna go quickly to explaining himself. Like, we do this every week. Like all of the details. And I mean, you don't know how many people say no one. No, only
Nah, man, it's a lie.
I'm done. I'm sorry. I'm done.
Now. So we got a lot of shit to talk about, I guess. We ain't been here. It seemed like we ain't been here in a week, but we've been here. We was here on last Monday. But yeah, we got a lot of shit to talk about. Of course, the Bucks won a night ago, a night and a half ago, or whatever.
Let me say something about this. Now, y'all been watching. Y'all know I rock with the Bucks heavy. I've been telling people Bucks in 6 for I don't know how long. And what happened, y'all? That boy Christopher Paul, he had a little something in his throat. Choke. No, but in all due respect, it wasn't his fault. They lost in Game 6. Yeah. Let's talk about DeAndre Ayton and Devin Booker. Devin Booker couldn't book his ticket, and Ayton became a baby because Giannis gone. So congratulations to the Milwaukee Bucks. All my new Milwaukee Bucks gear that I had to upgrade will be in the mail shortly.
You went and bought the championship hat, didn't you?
I bought the jersey with the championship patch on it. Yes, I did.
I thought you bought
the shirt. I bought the shirt that said Bucks in 6 because that is going to be iconic. Shout out to B. Jennings. Brandon Jennings, y'all don't know. That man definitely promoted that shirt from Milwaukee, and they made it go true.
You ain't got no thoughts on that, Mr. Silver Johnson?
The game?
Yeah.
Good job, Butch. That's it. I mean, that's all I got to say because, you know, my stance on this entire situation was whether Phoenix wins or Giannis wins, I was going to be satisfied. So, well, I mean, Giannis didn't do it by himself, so let me say the Bucks. Whether the Phoenix won or Milwaukee won, I would have been completely satisfied. So I have no issues whatsoever.
Okay.
My only transgressions are
I have an excuse to wear my Bucks hats again, but
yeah. I want people to stop putting this asterisk that they have on this Bucks championship though.
They're gonna do that regardless, bro. They're gonna do it regardless because
I know they are, but I saw like someone
both teams that made it to the NBA Finals pretty much faced teams in their respective conferences that didn't have all their key players and stuff like that. So, of course, the haters are gonna try to put an asterisk by the championship like it was too easy, like so James Harden and Kyrie Irving was injured, or it was too easy. Who they play in the first round? I forgot.
Miami.
Suns.
Miami. I mean, Miami was a sweep. They the Nets were missing 2 of their stars. The Hawks was too easy or whatever. I'm sorry. They struggled against the Hawks. All type of shit that they're gonna say about the Bucks. And then as far as the Suns, the main key in that is that the Lakers weren't up to 100%. So, you know.
Right.
Now, to go what you said once, you know, my data loves me again and loads. There it is. So I saw a tweet, and it was honestly the most honest tweet ever that like didn't sound like nobody was trying to bash or actually try to defend the Bucks by saying no corny stuff. It says Bucks fans never complained when Giannis got hurt, and well, the Nuggets never complained when they lost Murray. Clippers never complained when they lost Kawhi. But Nets fans always complain when they lost one star while they still had two superstars come on the court. Injuries is a part of the game. And it's like, people keep forgetting that injuries are going to happen. And it's like, everybody put a caveat onto it, and it's like, okay, but it's always, it's like, you can take it back to what Kanye said when he won his Grammy. A lot of people ask me how I would have felt if I never won this game. I guess we'll never know. A lot of people wonder if the Bucks would have won if they was all hurt. If they wasn't hurt. I guess we'll never know. Because he won the chip.
I'm reading some comments right now about what James Harden said about Giannis when he won MVP last year, saying that James Harden holding back tears on the couch right now while his head resting on little baby lap.
And then look, everybody keeps saying he was when Giannis said something about the super team thing. He wasn't talking about KD.
Here go another funny one. James Harden really acted like a clown to get traded to a super team just to lose to Giannis Antetokounmpo in the second round.
Mm-hmm. Because
that was Eastern Conference Finals.
No, it wasn't. That shit sucked.
The Eastern Conference Final was the one they won against Atlanta.
Oh yeah, you right. Damn it, that was second round.
They smoked.
Mm.
They didn't get smoked, but they definitely got smoked.
Yeah. For Giannis to be this young, to get his ring this early in his career is pretty crazy.
And not just that, think about all he's done at the age of 26. Two-time MVP, most improved player, was first a 5-time All-Star, one being with an MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, 2-time MVP, Finals MVP, and NBA champion.
Yeah.
Now, mind you, with the Defensive Player, the MVP, and the Finals MVP, he's up there with Jordan and Akeem Olajuwon who did that. Like, this man's one run has already made him a key, like, a strong, solid superstar in the making. Like, he already might be a first ballot Hall of Famer with just what he's done in a span of 8 years.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And then the fact, like we said, he's 26. This man can keep going.
Yeah.
And then like there's the whole Kawhi conversation that comes into that as well. And my rebuttal is, I mean, Giannis just did the same thing as Kawhi, so I don't know why everybody's just saying it like Kawhi is all that better. Kawhi just has one more of the main trophies that Giannis has. He has one more title, one more Defensive Player of the Year. And he just did the same thing Giannis did. So I don't know why they try to make him sound like he's so much better. And if they go by defense, we can go into last night how my man did an astonishing 5 blocks and could not be stopped on grabbing boards when he had 14 boards.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's just, I just don't like that they try to put an asterisk on the man that worked his ass off. Like, honestly, this is one of the we've seen in a while. Like,
I forgot what pick was Giannis?
Giannis was 13th in 2013.
Okay, yeah.
Wait, I might be wrong.
I could be wrong. Let me look. Yeah, right
But
there.
switching gears to Chris Paul real quick.
Hold on, real quick before we go to that.
Okay.
He was the 15th pick. Mm-hmm. Yep, there you go, right there.
Okay. In the first round or the second?
First.
Okay.
First. What's wrong with you? You know how heavily recruited this man was.
Hey! I gotta ask shit. I'm forgetting.
That draft class, low-key sucked. And if you think about it, bro, first and foremost, the Cavs drafted Anthony Bennett first.
There you go. That's that whole draft class curve.
Yeah,
that's all I need,
bro. Giannis literally the coldest player to come, low-key the coldest player to come out that draft class. That included motherfuckers like Victor Oladipo, Otto Porter Jr., Nerlens Noel, Ben McLemore, Contavious Caldwell Pope, CJ McCollum, Michael Carter-Williams, Dennis Schroeder, Tony Snell, bro. Tony Snell.
I mean, in Tony Snell's defense, he's kind of just now getting like a little more recognition.
For the wrong reason.
It took him a while. The wrong reason, just the wrong team.
Nigga, Rudy Gobert was a part of this draft class, bro. This draft class.
Right. And that's not okay. So it's a handful of people that you can pick out that draft class.
Yeah.
Giannis being the most striving one, probably Rudy Gobert be the next best. Then Victor. It just honestly, it was like during that draft, it was like,
bro, look at this face.
The NBA kind of rushed a lot of things.
That is the face of a bust.
Look. They rushed to get that pick because they saw him in his couple games and was like, we need him. We need him. They was like, y'all don't know nothing about him. We need him. The Cavs were never really fully good on getting draft picks until they got Kyrie and LeBron. Those are the only two times they got that shit right.
Mm-hmm.
The only time Cleveland got it right.
Bro, this dude was so trash. Let me tell you how trash Anthony Bennett is real quick. Nigga got signed by the Rockets in 2019, and they cut him during training camp.
That's the story of a lot of NBA players.
I know. I'm sure. He wanted to talk about Christopher Paul. What about Chris Paul?
So, what y'all think he's finna do in the offseason? Do y'all think he's gonna stay with the Suns?
I know that.
Yeah.
He work his ass off.
He does exactly what he always do.
That's another thing I'm gonna say about Christopher Paul, or just like players with work that Chris Paul is probably one of the most hardest working transitional point. He sticks to the name point guard for a reason. Mind you, he had his slip ups in the finals, but again, none of these teams have been to the finals before until then. I mean, like those players, except for Jay Crowder.
Jay Crowder. Yeah.
That is the only man that has final experience. If your most finals experience person on that whole team is one person with one finals appearance, that says a lot. That's why, this is a new experience to everybody. So now that Chris Paul knows how the finals go, how the pressure's on, how to work with a teammate, such as everybody on the big time pressure, this man gonna come back harder than ever. I'm not gonna say that's gonna lead to another finals run 2 years back to back, but he's definitely gonna make another finals run before it's all said and done with CP3.
Okay.
And honestly,
so y'all don't think he'll opt out?
If anything,
I would hope
if he does opt out, where's he gonna go? He's gonna go one or two.
Yeah, shit. Where you been?
Lakers.
Right, yeah, Lakers.
Too little, too late if you ask me. I mean, even if LeBron
check it out. LeBron is there and AD is there. And the way Paul works, that chemistry that him and LeBron already have, I'm pretty sure that's a good Lakers run. And
Lakers is honestly the Lakers too busy trying to get Russ. That's what they doing. That's what I heard.
Yeah, they did say that. They did. It's a lot of rumors out there.
There's 3 options. It's honestly 3 options if you really think about it. But for LA.
But look what they're trying to get rid of.
Dame, Russ, and CP. CP is the only one they can get without having to get rid of nobody.
But look what they're willing to give up for Russ. They can trade Kuzma all day. I don't care.
They can reset because you can always reset your role players. You just gotta be smart about it. Which LA wasn't bad last year about it. It's just they had too many expectations for the players they signed, and they definitely dropped the fucking ball.
Isn't that usually what happens when you sign a player to a team that LeBron James is on?
No.
Yes.
Only reason why I say that is the contracts that they got. They got contracts to where they were supposed to show out where LeBron was starting to see what we starting to see now, his age kicking. These players did not come to the plate. They, no disrespect to them, but they Ben Simmons that shit. They was not there. They were absent. Once AD went down, and then once LeBron went down, it was all downhill from there. Because look, with AD out the mix, LeBron still had them pushing for a playoff on him. When LeBron goes down for a couple of games with no AD as well, these motherfuckers have to fight for a play-in. It shows that they were not the
Yeah.
They were not where it's at. So honestly, if you the Lakers, my best bet is to try and have LeBron do his brotherly magic, talk to Chris Paul, make him take that play option, sign up with LA on a low contract. Bada bing, bada boom. You can go get role players instead of trading your whole roster away for Westbrook or Dame.
They got at least a good chunk of it. They can trade Kuzma all they want. I don't care.
Yeah. So I'm sure everybody saw the Space Jam movie, right?
Uh-huh.
All right. So y'all opinions on it? I thought it was cool. It's I thought that
cool. What did you really think of it?
I mean, it wasn't amazing, but it was good enough to. Oh yeah, I'll watch it again. I wouldn't go to I still would like I ain't go to the movies to see it, and I wouldn't go to the movies to see it. So yeah, I think it was a cool kids movie who don't know nothing about Looney Tunes. They know a little bit about Looney Tunes. And yeah, I feel like they should have. I feel like LeBron's actual kids should have been in.
They're not actors though.
Yeah, I know, but
I don't think he would have. I don't think he wanted because Michael Jordan's real kids were the original Space Jam. So.
Right, yeah, that's true. But it was solid.
I will probably being the movie guy. I say it wasn't terrible. I see with these type of movies, you don't judge it like you would judge a regular movie. You would just look at it.
If we're talking about Space Jam, I'm tired of 30-some-year-olds complaining it like it was supposed to be an Oscar nominee.
What are you talking about? That's not what I said.
No, I'm sorry. I just heard Space Jam. I had to take a brief business conversation.
It wasn't terrible. You can't look at this movie like, how people are looking at it. Like, some people are looking at it like, LeBron this, LeBron that. Like Michael Jordan's acting was all that better. Like,
John, you was preaching for what I've been saying.
People act like, and then people going so far as to count how many points each player scored in the actual game part that you saw.
I heard about that. They was checking the stat line.
Yeah, like what? But all in all,
honestly, they both were the only scorers of the team.
As far as the Looney Tunes themselves, don't get me wrong, I love the Looney Tunes, and I thought they were good. I thought they were fine in this movie, but they definitely had way more to do in the original movie than this one.
Right, exactly.
I think the whole them being them being in other people's movies thing was clever, but it didn't really give them a lot to do. They kind of just went in the background, especially Daffy. Like, as front and center as Daffy was in the original one, they really put him in the back in this one.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, I guess they kind of gave it like how it is like when you band together an old team. They kind of just gave it that whole little twist to like, where are they now? Let's go ahead and get the band back together type thing.
I ain't gonna lie, Bugs was pissing me off. Why don't you just tell them what you're trying to do? Instead of trying to send them man off.
Yeah.
But like I said, I think the Looney Tunes were kind of putting it back a little bit. They gave too much focus on just Bugs instead of all of them.
Mm-hmm.
But I like
they just had too many ideas.
I wouldn't think that they had too many ideas. It was just the way somebody on YouTube described the movie as one big Warner Brothers ad, which is true.
Yeah, that's fact.
No, what I mean by like too much, like too many ideas, like they put too much stuff surrounding like either LeBron, Bugs, or like several other things. Like as far as like the fourth wall breaking and all that other shit, that it took away from the other characters. I mean, the Porky Pig spot was, I don't care what no one said, that was fantastically funny.
Yeah, that was kind of funny.
That nigga was hilarious.
But I think everybody can agree on what the best thing about the movie is. No, not that.
That was funny to me.
Yeah, I wasn't talking about that. I was talking about who. I was talking about a who.
Who?
Oh,
yeah.
Don Cheadle.
Yeah, for sure. Don Cheadle ass literally.
Oh, yeah, he killed every section he was in.
Yeah, he saw everything he was in.
My man did the Belichick. That's what had me crying.
Mm-hmm.
Folks got the Belichick hood on and everything. And I like how they did poke fun at LeBron and his team trading, team hopping.
Yeah, that was good. But all in all, it's a solid movie. I think the kids of today, the ones who know who LeBron is and idolize LeBron, are going to really love this movie. And people are, I'm glad that they're shining some light on the Looney Tunes for a new generation.
Mm-hmm. No, I hear you. What I would say is, I mean, like we both said, like we all said, Jordan ain't no grade A actor either. But I do have to be honest and admit it after seeing it like twice since the original time I saw it. LeBron is a very, 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 very stiff actor.
Has anyone in here ever seen this movie called Train Wreck?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Train Wreck.
Yeah.
He was better than that. He was way better than that.
Yeah.
Of course, because he had more emotion and more rough play to go with. As far as like this movie, he's kind of animated, so he has to kind of do some type of animation and stuff. Like when they was all like
stuff when he was animated with him.
No, his acting didn't get better until he got to act like LeBron in Miami days with the Tones. That's what LeBron I kind of saw.
What I'm saying is, as far as his acting is concerned, I think the best stuff with LeBron was the animated stuff.
Yeah, because you didn't have
because he sounded like he was having way more fun doing that.
Yeah, not him like anime like that. I'm talking about like when he was like in realistic form.
Oh, you mean
trying to be animated?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like remember when he was doing the silly face with them, and that man did a weird grin.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, what is that?
Yeah.
I kind of enjoy himself trying to. I
mean, I don't know. I feel like, and then like LeBron couldn't really wrap his family emotion around the family because that wasn't really his family. You know, LeBron is super family orientated, so that's probably why he couldn't get into it.
I honestly think the first one was a better movie. Like, in terms of funny, and in terms of the Looney Tunes antics, but it's still a decent film. And it had a good message, you know. But I will say this and then I'm done. I do not think LeBron James would tell his real son to not do or not pursue anything that he wanted to pursue, whether it was games, basketball, or both.
My point, he shouldn't be. They try to make him like a serious dad. When they should have made him
not necessarily a serious dad. They kind of made him like a, if you don't play basketball, you ain't shit type of dad. Like, you know, like I said, a serious dad. The ones that don't inspire your dreams. Yeah.
So,
3 more points to make about the movie. They're short. Best scene from either Space Jam movie will always be when I think it was Wild. It was Elmer Fudd, and I want to say Wile E. Coyote or Sylvester. It's been a minute since I've seen the movie. And when they shot out the Goon Squad teeth, that was
the Pulp Fiction thing.
Yeah, that was hilarious. Forever one of the best scenes in the movie. Second, I honestly think they should have went with the LeBron being like, okay, son, doing whatever he wanted, like you said, and they like made it like when they made a tour. And they like still kept the whole idea of him getting trapped in the game, but more so like it didn't have nothing to do with his son not wanting to do anything with the E3 thing.
Mm-hmm.
They could have just let that part out because that really kind of just made him seem like an asshole. Yep. And then last one, I just honestly wish it was Kobe. I just feel like Kobe would have done the role better. There's nothing behind. There's nothing at Jordan, but I feel like you were gonna make a sequel. You should have had Kobe do the sequel, and then worst case scenario, there was a third. Because you had years to do this.
Yeah.
That's all.
I don't know why they never thought to ask Kobe. Maybe they did and we just didn't know about it. But
well, I mean, they did ask Kobe. He was in Mamba.
Kobe was too focused on basketball. Yeah, unfortunately, but you know, he was actually venturing into like making movies after he retired. But you know, y'all know what happened. So yeah.
Like I said, Mamba mode. So or at least they should have worked on a cameo.
You know, LeBron is still very much in the NBA. And, you know, to this day, I don't understand how they even got Michael Jordan to do it, to be honest with you. Just because of what type of person he is, I don't know how they got him. When they asked Jordan, he was, remember, he wasn't playing. He was retired. And he just hold on, wait, let me look. Hold on, wait. Yeah. So Space Jam came out in 95. He started recording in 96, but he started recording in 95. He was playing again by then. I mean, granted, he didn't come back until the middle of the season. The middle of the season, I know, but because when he was during recording, he started doing like at the studio where they was recording it, Warner Brothers, they gave him an indoor court and stuff so he could practice because he was talking about going back anyway. And they just tied it all together to make the thing make sense. Like, oh, he's coming back to basketball. They tied it to his actual career. Yeah. And then, last thing about it, the basketball game itself. It was entertaining. It was entertaining, but I think I prefer the first one more, just because of the antics. And yeah, they was doing a whole lot of silly stuff, like the thing with Wile E. Coyote multiplying himself was kind of funny. And then the court. The thing with one thing I did like that was brilliant was the Damian Lillard's character when he slowed down time and was fucking with everything. That was kind of cool.
That man put him on that man put Roll Run on a plate.
That's what put him on the plate.
That man Wally Coyote didn't care nothing about the game no more. He just thought, he said, wait a minute.
I also like how they got actual NBA players to play the villains instead of like having other people like voice them. But
they did do AD bogus though.
Yeah, that ass unibrow.
Everything was cool about
Clay. You can tell all the players that were in the movie were having fun with what they was going on.
Everything was cool about Clay Thompson character until I heard the name Wet Fire. I was like,
terrible. I ain't like that.
That's too close to wet fart. Too close to wet fart. That's what that sounded like to me.
So, anybody watch this new Power book?
The Kanan joint? I haven't started yet.
Hell yeah. That shit was easy. I can't wait to see what happens.
Yeah.
To be honest with you.
That shit was like, that shit was solid. It was one point where I thought it was going to be over, and it was still going on. Like, the show was still going on.
Over?
I thought they was going to end it sooner than later. In a certain part. I guess he had a lot more runtime on this first episode. I think it
was the same amount as any of the other ones. I think he probably had a lot going on though.
Oh, okay, all right. I wasn't sure on that. I was just like,
I kind of figured that he was gonna be. Why is it that everything that has anything to do with a character that 50 Cent plays has to mirror his life in some way?
Because it kind of he does work with
like the whole time I was watching this TV show, this episode. I was thinking I was looking at a whole part of Get Rich or Die Trying that they just left out.
Right? Yeah, they do. It seemed like 50 had some input and probably put that in.
He too. What's the word? Narcissistic. A lot of that was.
Yeah.
Probably. 50 Cent is a well-known narcissist.
Yeah. Most definitely. So what y'all think? I don't know if y'all heard this rumor, but the book 2, the one with Tyreek, that's supposed to come out in November. Come back in November, I think.
Yep.
So
and then the one with Tommy come out in January.
Yeah, that I didn't know. I'm just finding that out just now from you.
Some shit unanswered.
And they filmed it here in the city, so you already know there's gonna be.
Oh yeah. Here
you go. Just in, Jordan Peele has announced his next movie. It's called Nope.
Wow.
Nope. Nope. I
Wow.
like that. And it stars Daniel Kaluuya, Keke Palmer, and Stephen Yeun. And it comes out next
Just because I heard Jordan, just because I heard his name, I know he's gonna take care of this movie.
Real quick, just real quick.
Okay. But yeah, I think I think 50 said this is the first 6 episodes gonna be the best. Gonna be better than the other books. Basically, gonna have you hooked and shit. That's what he was saying in the interview, and I believe him. Because I mean, he been pretty much killing these shows. I don't know if y'all watched what's the other show he got For Life?
I heard about it, but I ain't never started.
Okay. The first season was solid. The second season is when this fell off. That's why it got canceled.
Out of 10, what would you give it overall with both seasons?
I'll probably give it like a solid 8 because the first season was so great. The second season is like that's probably when it go down a little bit to probably like a 6. The acting was still good. It's just like the story. It's saying since okay, he had fought so hard on that second. I think I want to say the first or second episode is when I was like, nah, I'm not interested in this no more. But who's ready for this WU Tang show to come back though? This shit,
nigga,
man, this shit finna be fire, man. I'll probably.
When I tell you, I sat and spam watched that shit that whole season in that one night, dog. I was so good. I was so damn hooked.
Mm-hmm. This shit was fire. I think this next season gonna be super fire.
Yeah, because they definitely got to explain that ending. Because I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch. I want to at least watch the last 2 episodes before the second season.
Yeah. If we can go back real quick, because there's one thing we didn't touch on when we was talking about the finals. Let's talk about Chris Middleton here.
I mean, I felt like I ain't see him I ain't see him as a superstar until now. Like I didn't see him as a superstar, but now I do.
That's the crazy.
But now I do. I really think he is now, but I didn't see him as a superstar before now. Like once he got his ring, then I understood. Okay, yeah, I can say yeah, he's definitely a superstar.
Now as a superstar, no, but a star, yes.
So you don't think he's a superstar?
I don't think he can hold. I don't think like he can hold a whole team just by himself. I feel like if the keys was just left to him, they would do okay, but they would still have some missing pieces. Like, let's say Giannis wasn't joking; he really left the Bucks now that he has a ring. Okay. That team may fall to shambles because one, it's going to be hard to replace somebody like that, and two, that team was very inconsistent with Giannis. So it's just like you gotta kind of like weigh it in, and then but still, it's just the fact that his story was just like Giannis. So I think like him and Middleton, like they had this came from nothing story or came from a struggling story, and it like built them to be where they at. Like Middleton was looked at as nothing as a second round G League player. Now look at him.
Right.
Second star on the team and an NBA champion.
Mm-hmm.
Can't take that away from him. And Giannis, the Antetokounmpos, and the Holiday family, both, I think, I don't know any other team or any brothers, but those are the 2 brothers that I know that have multiple, where each brother that's in the NBA has a ring.
Right. The Gasol brothers got one each too. No, Paul Gasol got 2 though. Mark Gasol only had 1.
Oh yeah, so there's the Gasols, Holidays, and Antetokounmpos.
Yeah.
I completely forgot about Powell and Mark. That's crazy. I forgot about Justin Holiday winning the ring, but yeah, he snuck on the what's the name team, the Golden State team when they was going crazy.
Oh. Mr. Johnson, are you back now? Or no, I guess not.
He been back. He just waiting. I've been back. What y'all talking about?
I didn't know. I didn't know if you heard us or not. I ain't know.
Oh yeah, I heard you guys. I guess y'all didn't hear me at all. But I knew you were there. What I was saying about, if we can go back to WU Tang for a second, I just noticed that it looked like they did some recasting.
Oh yeah,
which I figured was gonna happen because
if you remember, in the first season, Inspector Deck was played by Joey Badass, and Joey Badass is in Power now. So
right,
I think they replaced him.
Bro, his role on Power, oh my god. Oh my god.
I think he need. Joey Badass is a decent actor. I don't think that episode really did his acting any justice, to be honest. Because kind of in some parts I couldn't take him serious. It was a serious drug dealer. I think in the later episodes it'll be better.
Oh, okay.
But just for this episode, I'm like,
Yeah, he got him an Oscar with a short film, so that was cool.
Cause that short film was really good. I like.
Yeah, it was. It pissed me off, but it was good.
I mean, I hated the ending, but I also love the ending at the same time. But I kind of
picked the same time on that shit, so otherwise it wouldn't kept happening like that.
Yeah. The cycle never ends until we finally do something about it.
Yeah, I can't wait for 50's other show, BMF. I know he's been working on that for a while. And I know he got I forgot who the cast, but I know for sure Cash Doll is in it. I think Lala's in it. I think that's the only two I know off top. But yeah, that's supposed to come in September, so yeah, man. 50 worked a lot in the pandemic, shit. Have everybody heard this Pop Smoke album?
I wish I didn't.
Yeah.
It's one thing to like make a posthumous album that he was still working on. It's another to make a whole one that the man's nowhere near around for.
Yeah.
And you drop the ball by throwing so many goddamn features on it that don't even mesh with the shit. It's a turn off. You automatically want to turn the shit off.
Yeah, man. This shit, like, I'm good. Like, I don't need nothing else now. Like, I feel like his first two and that first posthumous album, that's good enough for me. Like,
right, you could have left it there, but no, you want to add some bullshit to my man's career.
Yeah.
Shannon Sharp said, "What now?"
What are we talking about exactly?
Shannon Sharp said, "I'm willing to concede right now that Giannis is the best player in the NBA."
I saw that. That was from First Take. Yes, that was not First Take. I forgot the name of that show. Undisputed. That was from last
I never thought I'd see him say that LeBron James wasn't the best player in the NBA.
No, I watched when he was talking to Skip about that, and what he was saying is like he went off of what some Skip said a while ago. Like if I come to your house and beat you, I'm the I am now the best player. That man came in. He won the finals. That man is the best player. So I got what he was saying that and where he's admitting it. Because I also saw First Take.
I never thought I'd see him say this.
You would think that. Because I definitely thought he'd be on his Stephen A shit. So Stephen A won as soon as Max.
This is the last basketball.
Giannis was the best player. Max said he was top 3.
Okay.
Stephen A lost his mind and said, "You ain't answering the question. I didn't agree with you at the top 3, but you ain't answering the question. You're not supposed to say the best. The best player? No. Best player is Kevin Durant. That man was gobbling Kevin Durant nuts, boy. I thought he was his bitch. But I mean, it's like you gotta. If you really think about it, how much longer is KD gonna be on top? KD ain't got that many years left.
He got a solid.
We hear LeBron, KD, and all these other NBA players that's been in this league saying, we got this amount of years left, this amount of years left. Them the same ones that be retiring within the next 2 years.
Right. Yeah. I was gonna ask y'all how many more rings can LeBron get?
Well, if LeBron can get realistically, if LeBron can really get the teams that he want or the play moves that he want, as far as like getting players and signing everybody, and the team actually lives up to what it is on paper, maybe 1 to 2. Because it's too many rising stars and too many teams that's learning the system without building a super team to where even if LeBron has a semi-super team or a super team all around, it won't matter. The super team system was just a phase. It's going to go downhill now because all the superstars together on one team either A, equal to a lot of bad injuries to where the bench players don't know what to fucking do, or it leads to egos coming to where they all last for all of a couple of years and then fuck each other over with costing them contracts and shit. So the super team era, I think, is coming to an end. So to answer your question, LeBron may have 1 to 2 rings left if things go his way. But in the reality, I may just say 1 if I want to be honest. Personally, I feel like if he sticks to exactly what he's been doing and he gets the correct pieces around him, because I think the days of LeBron carrying the team on his back to the finals, it's not necessarily over, but if he can do that, he's definitely gonna need the help to win. So I want to say 1, at least one. I don't think he's gonna get to that coveted 6 rings thing, which is what he truly wants is to get past that, so he can truly get past it, as he calls it, the ghost of Jordan. But the ghost of Jordan. But he honestly, if he gets 6 rings or if he doesn't, he will still go down as one of the greatest people to ever play the game of basketball. Even if a lot of people don't regard him as better than Mike, like a lot of people won't, and a lot of people will. I mean, basketball, like with us, like many things, is subjective. Right? Everybody ain't gonna think you the GOAT. Right. And as you say that, check the group chat, because I just sent y'all something I think we should talk about real quick since we're talking about that. Yeah, I saw this BS. Why is Kobe in tier 3? That's my only. Because I don't know. This whole mathematic equation made no sense. I think it was literally just a straight LeBron fan that wanted to do this. And why is KD in tier 4? Oh, and Steph.
Yeah, we don't have to talk about that. Let's move on.
I mean, yeah, it's BS, but I mean, like, it's just like you just said, this is people's opinion. This is a legit LeBron fan's opinion. He's thought about this with confidence.
Okay, so Trippie Redd and Uzi Vert had a song come out.
They can keep it doo-doo.
You think it's doo-doo? Damn. Damn, that shit was fire to me. I guess I'm the only one. No, it ain't got nothing to...
But I'm not really a fan of the song. I ain't gonna say it's trash, but if I don't hear it, I'm okay.
Okay. You ain't gotta be a fan of... Oh, okay. Let me move on. Did y'all hear this Belly song?
Let me move on.
Did y'all hear this Belly? New Belly? It's called Better Believe. It's him, The Weeknd, and Young Thug.
Oh, okay. I might have to check that out.
Yeah, that shit was fire. What else came out? Logic dropped a bunch of singles over the past couple of weeks. They were all trash to me. I don't know about y'all.
Man, I thought I was the only one. I tried to listen to the most recent one, and I was like, if this ain't the most weakest garbage I heard from him, my way, that sounded so horrible. That nigga was trying too hard. Like, it sounded like he tried to be new gen, but but it went bad.
Let's see. What else? The
Well,
child.
turn on to see this parade. Hold on, wait. Showing the same angle. Skip Bayless said, LeBron's whole career has been an obsession with convincing the masses that he's beyond Jordan. And this is from LeBron's whole career has been an obsession with convincing the masses that he's beyond Jordan.
Is that it? That's all he said?
This stems from a comment that the director of the original Space Jam said that there will never be another Michael Jordan. I don't know. I saw that part. I didn't know about the Skip thing. Yes, I mean, Skip. If there's an opportunity to hate LeBron James in any way, shape, or form, Skip Bayless is first. Skip on his way, boy. He's skipping straight to it.
Yep. The child hit his No Allegra album.
No, I have not.
I heard the first 5 songs. Most of those songs was already out, but out of those first 5, because I just want to hurry up and get to that first Tyler the Creator song, and his verse was dope. I just wanted to get that first. That's all I wanted to get to. But I haven't got
number 1.
Wait, what?
I'm sorry, I was reading something. Give me 1 second. Can you read? Yep, I sure can. I'm gonna look at this. So I just read that the Neptunes were ranked on Billboard's Best Producers of the 21st Century list at number 2, which makes me wonder who the hell was number 1. Go look.
Well, my top 3 is always getting rotated, so I don't know. And
here we go. I found it. Number 1 is. I think I know who it is. I thought it was him. He would probably be the only one I'll put over there. His name is Max Martin. I don't know if y'all know who that is.
I really don't know.
Max Martin is a Swedish producer, songwriter who has written he's probably written almost every popular song that you've ever heard on white pop radio. He done had a hand in it somewhere.
Okay. Let's move on.
Now you want to move on, nigga. If you a music head, you should know these things.
It's pop. Like, I don't really listen to pop.
Do we or do we not cover all music spectrum?
Yeah, but I don't really listen to pop like that. It's not on my regular rotation.
You ain't the only one on this show, is you?
It's not in my regular rotation. I don't think everybody on here listens to pop in their regular rotation.
No, they don't. I was just trying to see who was above the Neptunes. That's all.
Oh, okay.
And I was describing who was above the Neptunes. His name is Max Martin. I'll name some songs that y'all might know that he wrote. Well, I'm gonna just name one. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I believe he helped co-write "Can't Feel My Face" by The Weeknd. I think he helped write that.
Okay,
that's a good start to make me believe it.
Yeah.
That's just one that I know for a fact. I know he's written way more, but that's just the only one I can think of. Right? Timberland is number 3.
That's how it's supposed to be. That's exactly how it's supposed to be.
The Dream and Tricky Stewart are number 4. Mike Will is 5. Kanye is 6.
Yeah.
Blaze is 7.
Okay.
40 is 8.
Yeah.
DJ Mustard is 11. I'm just looking at the names I know. Diplo is 12. Lil Jon 15. Swizz Beatz 16.
Shit, he's low.
Dr. Dre 19.
That's blasphemy.
Rick Rubin 21. Metro Boomin 23.
Shit. Y'all smoking.
This is Billboard, bro. Zaytoven is 28. Just the mere fact that these people on this list is. The mere fact that these people even on this list is actually a good look for hip hop on the road.
Okay.
Now, if this was a rap only producers list, this list would be completely different. But yeah.
All right.
Hold on. Mad Lib is 30. Mike Dean 32. Missy Elliott 34.
Whoa, Mike Dean is where?
32.
Oh my God.
Hold on, wait. Trying to see. Tay Keith is 42.
Well, he hasn't done enough.
Raphael Sadiq is 45. Now, this is blasphemy.
That's blasphemy, yeah. Most definitely.
Boy Wonder's 46.
That's blasphemy, too.
Y'all know who Wonder Girl is?
Yeah.
She's number 48.
She's super quiet, though. That's why she's probably so low. You would have to look into all the credits of every album to find her. So that's understandable.
Yeah. Yeah, this list is very interesting.
See,
I wish I could say more, but I'm not on the production tip. This is what I used to be, but some of the names do sound lower than what they should be from the names I do know.
So anybody care about this Kanye West album? I know Mr. Johnson though. Yeah.
I'm ready to see
if it come out.
It's confirmed to come out. It's confirmed. Like,
you know how many times Kanye confirmed the album?
Okay, all right.
Nah, ain't no time out. Please don't be fucking defending this false strong ass.
I'm not trying to defend him. I'm just trying to say, okay, if they literally put out a commercial during Game 6, and they also confirmed it that night in the memo, I think it's gonna come out. I think it's gonna come out. They actually put out the memo that it's coming out. So that's all I got to say about that. P Diddy also announced the album, which, like, I was just like,
he announced an album?
Yeah, it's coming out September 24th. It's called Off the Grid.
Off the Grid.
And I was just like,
what is a Diddy album in 2021 sound like?
I do not know.
The last thing he put out was 11 years ago, and that was Last Train to Paris. We know what that sounded like. It sounded like nothing that had ever been put out before. So what does a Diddy album sound like in 2021?
It's probably gonna be exactly the same. And you know what? I believe he's trying to change the sound of music, because he has not mentioned, he was very low key with this. Like, this has been the lowest key I've ever seen. Like, cause what Last Train to Paris was like, he went all out with that, right? So, like, as far as
you talking about all out, guest stars, production, I don't know. Diddy spent a lot of money on that album.
Right.
Sure.
So, yeah, that's why I'm like, he's, as far as letting everybody know that it's coming out, like, he's pretty much, like, marketing wise, he's been like, this is like the quietest I've ever seen him, like, just say, okay, album coming out this date.
That album was amazing, though.
I drop here.
Right, yeah.
That album was amazing, though. I don't know why, but, like, when I think back on it, knowing full well how Last Train to Paris goes, that album shouldn't work, and it did.
You said it shouldn't have worked?
It definitely shouldn't have. I don't care who's on it. That album should not have worked. The way that it sounded,
I don't care who was near it.
Like, I don't care who was on the way that it was set up and the sounds that Diddy was using and the beats that they were picking, like, it shouldn't have worked, but it did, like, strangely.
Sometimes you just know.
It's definitely one of the most different hip hop albums I've ever heard in my life. It's very underrated to me. And if you being honest, it definitely helped shape a good portion of the music we heard years after that, without people knowing it.
So Revolt is just announced a hip hop countdown show called Off Top. It's gonna be hosted by Rhapsody and Big Tigger.
What's that? Rhapsody, the Basement, the sequel?
I don't know. I don't know. But that sounds interesting.
I heard that Charlamagne the God got his own TV show now.
Yeah, I heard about that too. I'm not really interested.
Yeah, me neither.
That means we're gonna have to have more bullshit. Hip Hop Numbers just made this post knowing Kanye album West his albums and their review scores. You could do it either by, I guess they're doing it out of 100, or I guess they're doing it by like 10.0. But either way, the lowest ranking album was the last album that came out, Jesus is King.
I'm sorry, what were you saying?
It's by the numbers, like Kanye West album review score. The last album that he had was the lowest, being a 53, and then the highest being in My Twisted Beautiful Dark Fantasy with a 94. Everything else kind of, like, his average overall was a 77. But Dropout had 87, Late Registration 85, Graduation 79, which I feel like that's kind of hurtful. Airways and Heartbreaks 75.
Where is this at? On Metacritic?
This, Metacritic did it. But if you want to see, like, the post, Hip Hop Numbers posted it. What really kind of confused me is Watch the Throne has a 76.
Why is that confusing?
I don't think that should be that low. I honestly think that's a mid-80s, if anything.
What was Back to the Fantasy was like, what, 92 or something like that? 94.
Right. Cruel Summer was 68.
That's
Jesus
fair.
was 84.
That's actually not fair. That should definitely have dropped. Cruel Summer is
if anything, Cruel Summer is it can stay where it's at, but it should go no higher.
Lord,
You're right. Don't go past 65.
I was very disappointed by it.
I mean,
on top of that, most of the songs that was on there had been out already, so.
And I mean, those are the main songs that really carried that album.
I mean, don't get me wrong, there are good songs on there that are not the ones that I had already heard, like Sin City and Higher, but In the Morning. But, most of that shit is already out. Like.
Right. Jesus got an 84.
I check it out. What happened?
I don't know why. Life of Pablo got a 75. I believe that's a solid 80.
Yeah, nah. Probably a 78.
I forgot the name of the album that came out after that.
What, Black Pablo? I think that was Yay.
Yay, that's what it's called. That got a 64.
Yeah, that's what it's called.
Kids See Ghosts got an 84.
Yep, that's good.
And Jesus King got a 53.
Damn, the gospel album? Damn.
I mean, honestly, no one, unless you only played it because it was Kanye, but did you really enjoy the album itself? Outside of two songs, listening from the Yay that you know and the Yay that you hear on this, you could pass on it. You'd only listen to it because you listen to Kanye. That's my honest opinion.
Yeah, when Kanye starts an album with a song called I Thought About Telling You, I don't know.
The numbers that they putting up right now. They also put up Tyler the Creator's Spotify streams.
Mm-hmm.
Goblin has 427 million.
Oh, okay.
Wolf has 544 million. Sherry Bomb has 332 million.
Right.
Flower Boy has 1.6 billion.
Rightfully so.
Igor has 1.3 billion. And as of the time of this post, which was yesterday, Tyler Creator had, Call Me If You Get Lost has 263 million. Do you see Call Me If You Get Lost rising higher? And if so, where do you think it stops?
It should.
Do you think it surpasses Igor or Flower Boy?
Are you asking me, do I think it's a better album, or
I'm talking about as far as the streams?
I don't think anything is gonna pass.
What did Wolf get?
Wolf got 544 million.
I don't think anything is gonna pass Flower Boy, to be honest with you. Which is interesting because for Igor being the album that won him the Grammy, you would think it should have been Flower Boy. The way that people be, talking about it.
You know how that go. They see, that's what's his name? They see, that's Flower. I like Flower Boy. This and the third. We're gonna look out for him now. And then when Igor dropped out, like, okay, this is the guy we want to give the Grammy to. You know how they work. It's a test out. So they use Flower Boy as a test, and Igor was the pass on.
In that regard, though, Flower Boy Flower Boy wasn't going to win that Grammy anyway, just because of what it was up against.
Mm-hmm.
You talking about a year where Kendrick Lamar and Jay-Z dropped albums, one of their albums was bound to win. So, and it was almost unanimously decided when they announced the nomination that Kendrick was going to win. So it was like,
You know what I find funny as hell?
What?
Everybody is dropping an album but Kendrick Lamar.
Because Kendrick,
you already know what's going on. Okay, you know what's going on. You know what's going on. Kendrick's not fucking with the rap game right now.
not at all. It just disappointed him very much so.
That nigga is living his life. That nigga's chilling. He will drop an album when he's good and damn ready, and that might well be when your ass is probably 30. So you just have to be patient.
Yep, just let it be. I just seen another funny one that they was talking about. How late was every Kanye West album? And I'm kind of shocked about a few. This shows basically how many days Kanye was late from the original day he said he was going to drop said album.
Okay, he said he was going to drop that shit last summer.
Mm-hmm. Sure did.
But check out the other days. College Dropout dropped 193 days after it was posted.
I want to know what don't sit right with me. Even though I love Eminem, I don't see how he's won more best rap album Grammys than any other black artist.
Mm. We got to look at every. Okay. Look at every time
it came out that year, he won.
Right, yeah. We look at everything, he was up against.
The nigga literally won best rap album back to back 2 years in a row.
Again.
What was he up against?
I think the you talking about every year that he won, or
just the back-to-back one? I want to know those.
That's right, the back-to-back ones. Oh,
okay. So the year Relapse won, the albums he was up against was Q-Tips, The Renaissance, The Ecstatic by Mos Def, Universal Mind Control by Common, and Roots by Flow Rap. So that actually makes sense.
Okay.
No, I was just going to say, like,
yeah,
that was the best one out of the options.
Mm-hmm.
But the year that Recovery won, it was How I Got Over by The Roots, which is amazing. Advertising. Blueprint 3, Thank Me Later, and B.O.B. Presents The Adventures of Bobby Ray.
Thank Me Later and Blueprint 3 maybe been the only ones that were up for debate on that.
I'm taking Blueprint 3 over Recovery.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, but I'm talking about as far as what would have gave that competition. Kanye actually was a day early when he dropped Airways and Heartbreak. You know what now? I was still looking at that, how late was every Kanye West album. And the only time he was on time for 4 albums. Yeah, from the days he said he was going to drop it.
What's that, the first 3 and Dark Twisted Fantasy?
No, the ones he was on time was Beautiful, My Twisted Beautiful Dark Fantasy, Yay, Kids See Ghosts, Yeezus, and he was a day early on AOS and Heartbreak. The latest was Life of Pablo, which was 531 days. 28 days was Jesus is King. Cruel Summer was 89. The Washington was 209. Late Registration was 49. Graduation was 345. And College Dropout was 193. And we're still waiting for the unreleased projects of Wolves, the single featuring Drake, Yeezus 2, Cruel Winter, Turbo Graphics, 16, Love Everyone, Yandi, So Help Me God, CD, Good Ass Job,
We might as well
WTC2,
say fuck all of them because
and God Unwilling.
Yeah. All of them can just get thrown away.
I mean, the only one that I think may have a chance now is the Wolves with Drake, now that they cleared their beef. As far as Jesus 2 and Cruel Winter, that's over with. Yandi may still have a chance because Yandi leaked like a year or so ago. And yeah, but it didn't get official, so it don't count. But it's out there for those who. But it doesn't count.
it's out there though. So
You're right.
it's out there.
But
So it's not like you can't find it. It's out there.
well, maybe if he releases it the official way,
I doubt he'll do that because it leaked.
I mean, knowing Kanye, he might just flip it around. I'm slightly
because shit, Lil Wayne, the whole Carter 3 leaked, and Lil Wayne literally remade the whole album. So
that's what I'm saying. He'll just remake it. I wish I was at the Milwaukee Bus Parade. I mean, who got a more loyal fan base from a small town?
Yeah, I don't know.
Exactly. Like, you wouldn't see like shit like this in like a Portland or a Utah or nothing like that. Then motherfuckers came out. The arena was filled at the COVID capacity of 20-something thousand. Then had the other 65,000 outside.
damn.
Basically, you had over 80 to 90,000 fans in general just outside.
Crazy as hell.
And that's why they had one of the best home records in the league. Because when they at home, shit, the fans will make sure their team gives them what they want.
Yeah. Y'all got anything else? I don't think we got.
I don't think so.
LeBron has become the first NBA player to make $1 billion.
We knew that happened.
Yeah, that happened hours ago.
That guy.
Yeah, that was bound to happen.
Yeah, that was bound to happen for sure.
Where is he? Because I don't know if they said that off of his career earnings.
Yeah, they set off the career earnings.
Okay, cool.
Wow, I do have one more thing. Did anybody hear about this Nas track that resurfaced where he was missing Pac? No.
Yeah, I think somebody told him to redo it or something. I forgot. Some.
Yeah, but it just surfaced.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's everything. Yep, that's all, folks.
All right. We'll see y'all then next week.
Love, peace, and all. Strippers.